Hello and welcome back to Cryptid Crush. We'll be continuing where we left off on the beginning of Chapter 1. Although, technically, I don't think the chapter officially starts yet. So for now, you'll only be able to see Augustus, the werewolf. So yeah. I don't know how much there is beyond this because this visual novel hasn't been updated since the beginning of the year, I think. So, yeah. Anywho, well, without further ado, let's continue. The shock of your harsh break hits you. Your senses begin flooding back all at once. With each newly regained sensation, you fear the worst. You expect to smell smoke filling the car, feel an airbag smothering your face, or taste the tang of blood in your mouth. Luckily, none of that's the case. And the car and the passengers within it are mostly unharmed, save for some mental scarring. Jamie and Atlas attempt to regain their composure, while Taro's shocked expression tells you that she probably has 8 lives now. You gaze out the windshield, which dons a badass-looking crack across its face. Your vehicle is stopped in the middle of the road, and before you stands a big, scary dog. Taro squeezes herself under the car seat, cowering.
What?
Oh gosh. Oh geez. Atlas unbuckles, kicks the side door open, and scrambles out of the car. Is everyone okay? I'm hanging in there. Not you. Atlas tries swatting Mike away like a pesky mosquito, but the ghost is unfazed as Atlas's fluffy hand passes clean through him. Ouch. I'm glad you're okay, Mike. The towering demon emerges from your car and glares down at the glowing green orb. They frown only to let out an exasperated sigh.
You have got to be joking.
Our battle will have to wait. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Mike blips back into your phone. Please keep that horrible hairy monster away from me. Not a problem. We'll just apologize, offer the big guy a ride home, and boom, we're in the clear. Let's just bail.
What the heck?
Not happening. Psst, everyone knows you can't outrun a werewolf. I wasn't worried about that. The Mothman glances around and picks up the largest stick he can find. Do you have a death wish? Don't worry, Jamie. I've got the reflexes of a housefly.
Idiotic.
Okay, Mothman. Atlas turns away from Jamie and immediately begins to poke the heaping pile of fur with the stick. Hey, buddy. Are you alright down there? I'm just gonna stand over there, away from whatever you're doing. Moonlight pours through the thick tree line. A silvery light casts over the large beast fallen in the dirt. As Atlas pokes the beast, he begins to stir, his thick claws scraping through the earth and his muscles flexing. You. The werewolf picks himself up off the ground, rips the stick out of Atlas's grasp, and firmly snaps it in half.
You hit me with your car!
The werewolf roars, his voice a jumbled snarl mixed with the bellow of a man. The werewolf is howling mad. Arching his back, the werewolf winces as his bones snap back into place, regaining 12 HP. Okay, it's another fight. But let's appreciate the wolfman. And the fact that you can kind of see his underwear. But anyways, I kind of like the little mustache he has. So... since this is a fight... I have to remember how to do this. Success. Result? 12. And I had to beat 11. The action is cut short by the wolfman's roar. It's not a full moon. Atlas stammers, his feathers standing on end. You were supposed to babysit! The wolfman roars, his wild eyes glaring down at the little mothman. Remember? Wait, Augustus?
I get home. June's fast asleep, and you're nowhere to be found!
Augustus paces back and forth, eyeing the mothman like a beast ready to strike.
Yet when I follow my nose, I find you're out here partying with your friends!
You know him? Yes, this is Augustus, my favorite housemate and best friend. Who would never maul me over a scheduling slip-up, right? Housemate? You're a pest! Hey. Jamie bristles with anger, the flame atop their head shooting off sparks. I know you didn't mean that. Hey, let's all just pump the brakes. Unlike when you hit me with your car! Robyn takes 10 emotional damage. Don't take this out on Robyn. You're the one standing in the middle of the road. Rawr.
Why must you hurt me?
See, this is the problem. I try to have an honest dialogue and you yell at me. You're a slacker. You never do what you're told, and the one time that I ask you to sit your ass down for the evening, you leave. Yeah, once Nate got home from work. Augustus looks like he's about to explode. I baked the macaroni casserole like you asked. Did you turn off the oven? This is going nowhere. Jamie clears her throat, sliding the Mothman behind them. What Atlas was trying to say is that he is very sorry. I'm gonna tear your feelers off! I know he can be a hassle, but thanks for giving Atlas a safe place to stay. Reaching out, Jamie places a gentle hand onto the wolfman's shoulder. Tearing his arm away, Augustus snaps at Jamie, trying to bite them as they yank their hand back. Don't bite me. If you're so close, why doesn't he follow you home? I live in a bad part of town. The abandoned mine? The Weeping Catacombs, actually. Yeesh. How's rent? Rough. Blood-gada only accepts mail checks. What is happening? I wasn't out partying, Gus. We were searching for clues relating to Robyn's curse. Who? The werewolf grunts, his amber eyes drifting down before resting on you. He's staring at you now. You don't look cursed. It's like a feeling of unease. Something terrible's gonna happen to me and I can't stop it. I don't even know what it is. Welcome to the club. You look down at the ground, shuffling your shoes across the dirt. Nah, my curse isn't nearly as cool as yours. Cool? Bending to the whims of a celestial body isn't something I'd call cool. It's tragic and dangerous. I guess. No way! Werewolves are cool. Oh yeah? Scaring backpackers? Howling at the moon? You stopped a moving car with your face. Augustus sighs and shakes his head.
You could have just apologized.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Robyn. Yeah, you seem nice. Can I give you a ride to the hospital?
If you could find a veterinarian at this hour.
The wolfman's guffle is cut short by its sharp yelp, and he winces. Eep. Augustus, don't die. I'm sorry you were counting on me. I should have been responsible. I'm not gonna die. It's my stupid curse wearing off. Oh. What moon phase are we in? The first quarter.
Now that explains it.
Explains what? Augustus's monstrous form begins to waver as he starts to trudge off, leaving him teetering forward before dropping to one knee. He takes a sharp breath before collapsing onto the ground, totally unconscious. You know absolutely nothing about cryptid care and aren't sure how to help. Should we take him to the hospital? Does Long Hope have a hospital? They have gas station sushi, so they have to have a hospital, right? You want nothing but to faceplant into bed and never speak of this again.
Well, well, well.
While you losers were busy fighting, I called emergency services. Some cab from Hocus Healthcare and Potions should be here any minute. I suppose that answers your question of the state of healthcare in the cryptid world. Really? Hey, someone's gotta be the responsible adult around here. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, whatever. Jamie turns towards the ghost and smiles awkwardly. Madhouse scowls and responds. You were a formidable foe, Madhouse Mike. It was wrong of me to attack you in your current state, considering the unfair advantage. Bonehead, you cheeky devil. Maybe wait until we're out of a moving vehicle next time. Just a thought. Haha. Robyn, please let me fix this. We'll worry about it tomorrow. Is that scary dogman dead? No, August is just breathing. Just blacked out. Oh. Swerving down the road, a jet black SUV decorated in streaks of white skids to a stop next to the party, a pair of red lights flashing.
Oh, man!
You were supposed to call an ambulance, not a funeral coach. We can't afford to be picky. Out of the way. The driver door opens and a stark white raven flutters onto the scene, a huge muzzled cryptid dressed in a gray jumpsuit trailing close behind. Come on, get him into the cabin. Was that bird driving? We're short-staffed. Ah. The tall cryptid reaches into his jumpsuit and pulls out a pen and a clipboard. Looks like he passed out from exhaustion. Heh, werewolves with their invincibility complex. We'll get him patched up. What about the police reports? Do cryptids have insurance? Who do I talk to about this? Haha! Humans. Furrowing his eyebrows, the large cryptid brings a hand up and flicks the raven off his head. Gah! He'll be fine, I swear. After the coma. Maybe. Exhaling a gout of steam, the muzzled cryptid's hair bristles as he glares at the bird. Coma? Just kidding! Don't worry about any of that fluff. Werewolves are incredibly resilient. With a low growl, the large cryptid holds the clipboard out to you, expecting you to sign the paper. It's some sort of waiver, werewolf-specific one at that. What's this? A werewolf attack report. Oz here keeps track of sightings. Yeah, I don't know. Robyn's not signing anything. Atlas huffs, handing the waiver back to the muzzled cryptid, who glowers down at the Mothman. You weren't bit, were you? No one got bit. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, you guys can go now. Hey, bud, we're just doing our job. Let's go, Oz. With a nod and a flit of his wings, the raven swoops back to the ambulance. Scooping Augustus's unconscious form off the ground, Oz carries him away to the midnight cab. Maybe one of us should have stayed with Augustus. Atlas watches as the SUV roars to life and veers away. You okay to drive? No, totally. Let me just rest my eyes. Standing up. We should get him home. In a blink, you're being carried to the back seat of your car by Jamie. With another, you're on the road as Atlas snoozes in the passenger seat and Jamie drives quietly. Nodding off in the back seat, you hold Taro in your arms and blink awake as you see the car slow to a stop in the parking lot. Stifling a yawn, you carry your cat up the stairs and lead the three cryptids into your suite. With a final blink, you're in your bed. Before fully succumbing to sleep, you look over to the side of your bed. Atlas is on the floor sleeping by your bedside on a makeshift mattress made of a couch cushions and an old throw blanket. The lights flicker off, and you catch a glimpse of Jamie quietly closing your bedroom door. Lying on the bed of your childhood home, you grip the Polaroid camera in your hands. Tonight, you're finally going to catch that monster on tape. You scoot towards the window and peek through the blinds, angling your flashlight through the glass. The backyard is empty. Not even your neighbor's cat is outside, yowling on the fence. With a sigh, you lower your camera and close your eyes. Maybe it was all a dream? You snap awake at the sound of knocking against your window, leaving you scrambling for your camera. Oh my gosh! Knock knock. You fumble with the camera and yank the window blinds open, a pair of massive red eyes gazing back at you. You've never seen anything like this before. Now's your chance. Seize this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Flash. You take the photo, leaving the creature squealing and tumbling from the window, blinded by the flash. Success. You silently fist-pump the air and peer through the window, trying to see where the creature had gone. Sliding the window open, you hear a squeaky voice coming from the bushes below.
Ow! Why would you do that?
You can talk? Yeah, I can. I'm not some sort of boogeyman. Why were you peeking through my window? You left your lights on. Are you scared of the dark or something? No way. Pulling himself out of the bushes, the strange creature splays his wings and flutters back up to your window, resting against the windowsill. You should be more careful. Resting in the lamplight is a short, scruffy creature with inky feathers and a pair of antennae. He's wearing a loose t-shirt and goggles. One of his knees is all bandaged up. What are you?
I'm Atlas!
That's a silly name. Oh yeah? What's your name? Robyn. Well, Robyn, you're a weirdo. You're a talking bug. Unless you hadn't noticed, I'm a moth, not a bug. Is that why you keep knocking on my window? Yeah. Sorry about that. Moth vision. Maybe keep the lights off next time. You never know what it might attract. Like what? Cryptids like me. Click. Atlas perks up, his feelers flicking to one side as his gaze shifts, glancing over your shoulder. He blinks. Look, I gotta go. Hearing footsteps creaking towards your room, you look towards the door. Atlas? You glance back at the window to find the mothman is gone. A low growl rumbles from the hallway, the door to your room creaking open as the sound of footsteps is replaced with a dragging, scraping noise. Huh? Slinking into the room is the outline of your mother's shadow, but instead of flicking on the lights and scolding you for staying up past bedtime, she lets out a wheeze and a twisted jumble of words leave her mouth. Lights out. Mom? You clutch the camera in your shaking hands, angling it up towards the shambling creature. Lurching towards you, the shadowy creature takes on a different, more nightmarish shape. A dozen blue eyes peeling open from its flesh, the shadowy creature growls and squeaks, trying to make out words you can't possibly understand. You've never seen anything like this before. Now's your chance. Yes, I don't want to. I'm scared. Yes? Mom? You clutch the camera in your shaking hands, angling it up towards the shambling creature. Leave me alone! Squeezing your eyes shut, you feel the flash of light behind your eyelids, the nightmarish creature recoiling at the sudden burst of white light. Strangely, the flash doesn't fade, rather it envelops the entire room and sends you drowning in light. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're back.
Looks like you've reached the end of the chapter, kid. But don't worry, there'll be more soon. I appreciate just sticking it out till the end. Now you take care, alright? And that was the end of what is currently available for, I guess, the public build of Cryptid Crush. I'm not sure if they're is anything more, because like I said, the last time that it was updated was in January, I think, or maybe February. Actually, let me check real quick on my phone. Come on, load. But yeah, so a lot of people were asking like, oh, when is the next part? When is the next part? Why haven't you done Cryptid Crush yet? Well, it's because there's very little right now. So yeah, I am looking forward to continuing the story, even though, you know, it has like little dice kind of mechanic, and for me that's a little intrusive for the story, but you know, it works, so that's cool. Plus the voice acting is really cool, and I like Augustus. Obviously he's my favorite because he's a werewolf. Although I do see that a lot of you like this guy, Madhouse Mike, and some of you also like the Mothman. So yeah, to each his own, I guess. I'm just basic and I like werewolves with mustaches. Anyways, oh yeah, so the last update was actually on January the 1st, and that was just like a patch for the Android update, or the Android version. But the 1.0 version was in December 31st, 2021. So, yikes. Hopefully we see an update soon, because it's basically half a year now since there was an update. Oof. Anywho, so again, what did you think? Who remains your favorite character, or who is your favorite character? And what do you think is gonna happen to Robyn? Is she actually cursed, or is it just sort of like oh, you're cursed, but you're not actually cursed, it's just anxiety that you're feeling? Or is it, you know, what are your thoughts basically? So, you know, write down in the comments. And hopefully you like this, because it's probably gonna be short. Let's see, this is gonna be like maybe 20 or like 25 minutes at the most. But yeah, you guys wanted to see it, so I did it. Hopefully this time the voices are louder than the music and the ambience. I kind of had to mess with it a little beforehand. But yeah, so anyways, thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play Cryptid Crush yourself, or at the very least, get any updates on it, I will post a link down for the creator's Twitter page. And they do have a Patreon, so maybe in the Patreon they do have a an updated version. So, you know, hopefully, like, if you want to support the project, kind of tell them like, hey, there's people still interested in it, you know, you should release an update sometime soon. And you know, support them on Patreon, or at least watch them on Twitter, or follow them on Twitter, I guess. And I guess that's it for now, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.